Hello, Professor. My name is Swati Ben Patel, and I'm going to present on subject organizational development, where I'm going to explain about the key tools and techniques used in this plan change approaching, using with some examples and figures. The next slide is introduction. So here I use the Action Research Plan, which we have to go through the planning, acting, observing, and reflecting. So here we can see that this tool is based on approaching in organizational development, uses action research, surveys, and team buildings to facilitate plan change. It emphasizes employee participations to identify their problems and their testing solutions collaboratively. The presentations explores key tools, effectiveness in various change situations, and balancing with emergent change and role of change agent. The next key tools and techniques which in plan to change. So here we can go through that first, that identification of the problems. Then we have to go through the defining and delimiting the problems. On that basis, we have to analyze the causes of the problems, then formulating the hypothesis, designing for testing and hypothesis, and then at the end, we have to go through the conclusions. So here, action research is engaged people in identifying their problems and the testing solution in that cycle, guiding organizational change with employee suggestions. On the survey results, which helps diagnose issues such as employee whose dissatisfactions and inform to the targeted interventions. The team building workshops enhance communications and improve team functionings during the change in effort. The next, effectiveness of tools which based on approaching change situations. So here we have to control through the people, the purpose, and the process. So we have to managing, then we have to achieving, and then we have to do the project on it. So the best is suited for clearly structured change like process development, culture changes, and leadership skill buildings. It will be works well with the groups that preferred plans and employment involved, which is change initiative. Then there is a less effective in rapid unforeseen transformations requiring immediate creative responses. It may neglect emotional and political dynamics. The next, we have to balancing structure to the same with emergent changes. So here you can see the iterative process I use, which we have to go through the analyzing, implementing, developing, testing, evaluation, initial planning, and then proper planning, and then we can see on the requirement. So the combining this flexible leadership with formal tools, which helps teams managing tensions between the planned and unexpected changes. It continuously learning cycle like an action research, which is enable adoptions and modification of interventions, open idea exchange within the term, improvement and responsiveness to change relatively as per the Isholo and Oduniana. The next, role of change agent and OD practitioners. So here I use this change agent change agent images. The example which we can see the change agent facilities the change process by investigating issues, devising solutions, and managing relationships. They utilize surveys, feedbacks, and team activities to maintain momentum and align with organizational goals. Their goals is critical in tailoring tools used to both organizational aims and employee responses. Here, the next same managerial perspective on tools-based changes. I use the two figure. In these two figures, we can see the offense and defense, where we have to go through the drive high performance and then employer of choice, where we can see the engagement between the employees and organizations, and the definitions that we can see the program evaluations and the warning indicates. And then figure 2, we have to go through the surveys, feedbacks, and then we have to go through the actions and plannings. So we have to understand the results, establish the priorities and communications result and priorities. And then step 4 is clarifying the priorities. So a manager's approach, manager appreciations, the tools which is based on the approach for its clear step-by-step process during the transitions. Accent research and surveys increase employees' engagement, reducing resistance. And the last, you can see the strict adherence to plan can hinder adaptation to expected problems or employee concern. So here, as per this whole result, I conclude that the tool-based approach provides structure method supporting plan organizational change. It is a success depends on combining tools with flexible leadership and continuous feedbacks. Change agent, which is play a very vital role in aligning tools with organizational and employee need for effective change. Here I use this example that leadership, teamwork, and draft structure, strategy launch, and then spatial purpose work, then go to the small teamwork, then leadership teamwork, and then we have to reunion checkpoint. So here is my conclusion on the basis of that research. Here I use some references on that, and this is the whole of my research on that topic. Thank you so much.